Hello, welcome to another episode in the Tour of Vintage series, where we go through meta decks in Vintage and we play them through leagues with initial commentary and finally a conclusion at the end. So tonight we're playing Jeskai Xerox or Jeskai Control, which is a fair, meaning non-combo or abusing broken strategies in Vintage that tries to leverage card advantage in the form of Ancestral Recall, Gush, Drifted Drum, and Treasure Cruise. Has some possibility of looping, for example, Accessory Recall by playing Mystic Sanctuary. Has Dreadard Arcanist as well in the main to be able to recur your card draw spells, your creature removal or general removal, preordains, ponders, etc. This deck also abuses quite heavily Dak Faden. It tends to have answer for everything on its main board. Well, almost everything. I'll get to that. With Dak Faden, you're able to do Fateless Looting impression, that you're able to just throw away the cards that you don't really need and sculpt your hand to be able to then dig through your counter spells to prevent others from executing their game plan, basically. So here's the counter spells suite, so about 12 spells. Has all the broken blue cards. Plays a Narset as well on the main. Is able to win usually by casting a Monastery Mentor and just go wide with tokens, Monastery Mentor. Plays also some Ragavans to punish slightly slower decks. A Lavinia that stops some strategies already in Vintage. This deck does not play Wasteland main, therefore it might have a slightly harder time against Mishra's Workshop decks or Bazaar decks, especially in the first game, but then is able to bring in all the hate from the sideboard. For example, Alpine Moon, Leyline of the Void against graveyard-based strategies, Shattering Sprees, etc. Also Alpine Moon against more shop-based strategy or artifact-based strategies. This deck can fight in all axes, and it's both Blessing and a Curse has been putting a lot of good results. Here the list that I'm showing is the one that Killer SUV took to a 5th place in the challenge recently, and we would like to test out this deck. As you can see, is a bit threat light, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards that can kill the opponent. So the goal is to be able to play a threat and protect it usually, or dig down to your Monastery Mentor, make a bunch of tokens, then do a Time Walk, maybe play a Mystic Sanctuary and Time Walk again, for example, and just go off from there. So it plays a traditional control shell in this case. There is no combo finish or anything similar to that. So this deck must grind away and bury the opponent in card advantage. Expressive Iteration also playing a role here, new card in this type of decks. This shell has seen a bunch of iterations lately. Some have Dread Arcanist and some don't. It seems that the latest results I've been putting to a similar list to this one. The sideboard has been tweaked to adapt to different meta. Since we're playing a league, I'm playing a generic sideboard that might be alright against the field, but we might end up with bad matchups, so that's always a possibility. On more defined metas such as challenges or similar, then it becomes easier to, or you might have to think a little bit about which cards you include in the main and how your sideboard is going to be built. So there's a lot of spots here that are flexible. The main cards are obviously the controlling and the busted blue cards. So let's play this deck through a league. And playing the same deck as us. A similar one at least. Last that he was seen playing 2 main deck Blood Moons and Magus of the Moon. So a little bit different build than what we were playing, a little bit more traditional Jeskai. Here we have Permission, we have a Ragavan to play. We can protect the Ragavan. We have an Expressive Iteration to get a second land. So I think this hand is a keep. Oh, we got a Volcanic Island. Sapphire. And then we're gonna dash Ragavan. Raiding. We're going to try countering him now. I want to keep my Gush. And probably the Expressive Iteration. Slightly unprotected now. Force of Will, interesting. Okay. I think that was the Force of Will. So, Mental Misstep is a pretty good play. I'm gonna play the Flooded Strand now. Sapphire. Be able to have Gush up. So I have another Gush, which is interesting. Cast it for its full cost. So Ragavan comes back to hand. And get him away from white mana. Play Expressive Iteration. I think I'm gonna play. Fire Blasting. Okay, let's see if this goes. So I want to put the Tundra. No, I put the Swords to Plowshares in my hand. put the Tundra down. And bottom, exile Tundra, play the Tundra. Then I think Ragavan now. Dash the Ragavan. We got Lantern. Sure, I'll play that. I don't know. Then Prismatic Ending. The Mox. I think that's the best. Okay. So in a good position here, I think. Aiden. Interesting. Okay, let's do Ragavan. Agadak. Did I gush? Maybe I'll gush. Oh, interesting. Okay. That's fine. So I can just draw a card with my Lantern, I think. Next turn. I need 2 turns for to cast the Mystic Sanctuary. Got a second land. I'm gonna cycle this at the end of this turn. Got a Monastery Mentor. And a Time Walk. Okay. Did I do this? So this doesn't play around days. I think at this point I'll just jam it. Being dazed. Pyroblasted probably. Flusterstorm. Okay. It's fine. So I'm in an okay position. He has no blue mana to play now. I have a Pyroblast to protect my monastery. I will play my Ragavan now. I can put Time Walk on the top of my deck at the end of his turn with the Pyroblast backup. Okay. Back Faden. Let's try Pyroblast. Or, hold on. Do I need to counter it? I don't need to counter it, right? I have a Pyroblast backup. Of course, you might be able to get a Swords to Plowshares now. I didn't think about it. Matter what I get? Let me think about it. Expressive Iteration might be better. I'll consider. Okay. So, we're playing against the Mirror. Things to consider. Flusterstorm. They are probably playing... no. Young Pyromancer, Hullbreacher. 3 Ragavans, 3 that are Arcanists. At least in his August 15th 5-0. So definitely Flusterstorm. I want to keep my Prismatic Ending and the Swords to Plowshares. Those deal with the Planeswalkers, the Prismatic Ending, and the Swords. It's definitely another Pyroblast, that's for sure. I am considering then to cut quite difficult. Probably a Preordain can go. Venus stops the Force of Will. Though it eats up. I think a Lavina and bring in these 2. Then Mindbreak type only hits Flusterstorms. I'm not bringing that. I think one could consider Prismatic Ending instead of the Swords. But Prismatic Ending costs 3 to hit the Dak Faden. That is a lot. Might want to have a Swords to Plowshares instead. Okay, we're going to try this. Okay, so no lands and the Black Lotus. This is a very risky hand. This is okay. This is an okay hand. I can put the Volcanic Island down. They are not playing Wastelands. So I'll put the volcanic island down. Okay. Let's put the strand down first. Jackson probe before anything. Okay, a flusterstorm and a force of will. But. So I'm able to play my Narset and protect it. Right? Or no, if they play... Oh, Flusterstorm is only instance or sorcery. They have to pitch the Force of Will, therefore I have the Pyroblast. So I think that is the play. Mox. Lotus. Narset. Taxing Probe is a busted card. Okay. Oh yeah, I didn't think about this actually. Yeah, sure. They had something on top. They're just fishing for it. They got a way to... Am I baiting the Pyroblast? Yeah, sure. Why not? I have a treasure cruise for delving after. So let's just get that out of the hand. Play your Flusterstorm. Okay. That is fine. Not able to do a treasure cruise now. Oh, I was able to fight for that Narset. Okay, never mind. I was able to fight for that Narset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Time Bolt in hands. Ancestor Recall. I think is going to be fired right now. Okay. You got it. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Ponder. I'll just fire that up first. So I'm gonna shuffle. Treasure Cruise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Play Polluted Delta. Okay. Now at least we're protected. think I might be willing to just exile my Force of Will, right? So then I keep a First of Storm for a counter war. I have the Pyroblast for his other planeswalkers. Time would be nice. Ragavan. Okay. Ragavan has to be protected. Okay. Let's dash away. See what's cooking off the top. Saga, okay. Glad that didn't come into play. Oh. Interesting. I guess I lost. Yeah. Guess I lost. So they're definitely on a different deck than I expected. So I want to bring in Alpine Moon for there is a Saga. The Swords of Plowshares are obviously not interesting. I didn't see anything. And then probably some Shatter Sprees. One Shatter Spree. Dresden also kills all his tokens. My creatures are important, so I'm not taking them out. So is Dak Faden. The Pyroblasts were useful. So if I don't keep a Prismatic Ending, what's the consequence of it? I think maybe the Prismatic Ending is something I don't want. Because it doesn't hit his Karn. My 4 Pyroblast hit his Dak Fadens. So I guess this is the deck I'm going with. 1 Shadowy Spree. Shattering Spree is better than Dresden. Okay, so what do we have? Alpine Moon. We have a Daze. We can get Ragavan. I think this is a keep, right? So I'm gonna play my Scalding turn, fetch, play the Lotus, and then play Ragavan. Then I have a Daze backup for Ragavan, or a Force of Negation, hardcast. And then I'll wait until next turn for an Alpine Moon, naming user Urza Saga. Or I might wait until he actually plays an Urza Saga. Start with turn, fetch a Volcanic Island, play Black Lotus, play Ragavan. Okay. So days and force negation are up now. Okay, days is no longer useful. Grindstone. So they are playing Painter. Here. Emery. There's that one up. Hey. Pyroblast is interesting, right? And a brainstorm. Think I'm just jamming the Alpine Moon. Naming U Saga. So this brainstorm, if he pays a painter, right? Still has to play 3. I might just want to keep the Pyroblast and the Force Negation up. Oh. Yeah. Sure. Like that, thanks. Fireblasting it now? Sure. Fireblast. Yeah, sure. Let's see what... Drawing, Shattering Spree. Oh, this is nice. This is very nice. I'm just gonna fire away the Shattering Spree, I think. There. Replicate 1 time. Red. Red. So... change to that target, red. Okay, so I have Force of Negation at least. Hardcast and the Force of Negation backup. At this point, I think I'll just hardcast it. Okay. So my opponent XAAR is currently 0-0 and no known decks. So I have to mulligan this. Fortunately, no lands. This hand. No threats. No way to dig down for threats. I think that this is just... I have one counterspell, basically, and one swords. I don't know what my opponent is in. I have to mulligan. I have to ship this down. Okay, so we have a Lavinia turn 1 at least. And we have a counterspell. This is a keep and we ship two lands. So if my opponent owns shops, this is a very good hand. So it looks like... Yeah. Top PO. Am I allowing this? Yes. Start with Caracas and Sensei's dividing top. Sure, what my opponent is on. Got a Tundra. I wonder if I just keep my fetch. Cast Mox Sapphire. So, if I have to use my Force of Will here, I am in a tough spot. Okay, so my opponent just reorganized the top of their deck. Might be able to get an Ancestral with that Merchant Scroll. So they drew and fetched, so they took away their top. Merchant Scroll. Sure. So I wonder if now I'll just that they can get anything. So I'll just Merchant Scroll now. Get my Ancestral. Get my 3 cards. And hopefully have Counterspell backup. Yes. Oh, of course, they have Caracas. Did not think about that. Sure. Ancestral recall. Well, should we try fighting over it or not? They have exiled Oracle's recall. Sure. Now I know I have. Go. Narset. Okay. Fair enough. What are they revealing? Did have PO. Sure. See what this goes, opponent. Yeah, Viagmot's will now. I think I'll just concede here and just move on. So, playing SPO, I want my Shattering Sprees, probably Pyroblast, Worms, Prismatic Ending. No, Swords is not interesting. The endings hit artifacts at least. Main deck, Caracas. Although if they do not draw it, Lavinia is quite good. So I'm not even sure Mindbreak Trap is good against PO. Arrow. Shattering Spree. Trap. Right. Let's get cracking. Anything else that I do not need? Be winnable if I don't have to mulligan. So another one of this hand or these hands. So I could keep these hands, but I guess a lot of fast mana. I'm able to do a hard cast Force of Will. Or at least a hard cast Force of Negation. Then a Pyroblast backup. I wonder if this is good enough. Might not be. So the worst that can happen is, okay, I have a bunch of mana in play, but then I use all my counters and there's nothing to dig. I'll have a lot of spells that can dig through. I have, if I draw a threat, I'm pretty set. Let's just try this then. Misty, Pearl. Would have been great with the threat now, right? Ragavan or similar. Venue, okay. We found the threat. So I think go into compounds. Blast that. Cluster Storm. Hull Breacher. Okay. We're all in Lavinia. This stops a lot of his deck. Pyroblast, okay. Fair enough. Ooh, Gush. Gush is good. Okay, red, blue. Mindbreak Trap. Okay. Well, if my opponent has PO, you're done. And first, see what's coming. Hull Breacher. It is. Okay. So bottom. Up. Sure. You got it, opponent. It. Okay. Really got his game going. So we're in a very bad spot here. That Gush was very poor. We did keep a hand with no action, right? Vampiric Tutor. Vampiric Tutor is not. So I want to do something on their upkeep. Or just now. I think just fire it now, right? Blast that. Brand. And go. My opponent's probably vampiric now. Couple of boats, Snapcaster Mage would be nice now. Brainstorm, okay? Thinker. That was the second spell this turn, okay? Well. Third spell. Is this okay? They are at 6 life. I think I'll just save my Mindbreak Trap. I mean, they are using their life. Top. Top is something that I cannot let them have. Fetch. See? Force of Will at the top cannot be cast. Brainstorm, okay. Fire blasting off the top, okay. No. Cannot draw more cards with Narset. Opponent could go down to 2 life. And I can top back a Ragavan. Okay. Digging for... Not sure. Counter spells, probably. Do have, of course, they have a new turn. Still may whiff. It's not all lost. Let's see. So, I don't think the Ragavan will survive or will be able to go through a counter spell. Snapcaster Mage, okay. That does it. Time Walk. Sure. Yeah, that top should have been countered, that's for sure. Because I don't really have direct damage. So I can't really do much now. Sure. See their win condition now, so. Iron my opponent. So the Ballast Citadel is useless now. My opponent can snap back a paradoxical outcome, for example. My opponent passes the turn and whiffs. Maybe gets killed by a mana crypt, so I have to see this through. I haven't seen a win condition yet. I am waiting. Second PO. PO number 2. My opponent is not producing black mana. I wonder, is it Brain Freeze the win condition? They did play a paradoxical outcome without the Snapcaster, so they will be able to still do one more. Stormcloud's at 13. Kills me already? Tendrils. Okay. Here we are for round 3. And CF86, talented player. Probably some sort of blue deck. Last time was Blue Wheels deck. So I am keeping this hand, the threats, and it has counter magic. Yeah. Stop here. Flooded Strand. Island. So looks like my opponent is on blue wheels, I guess. I got a flush storm. Let's lead with the volcanic islands. Have a look at what we're dealing with. So repeal, force of will, and PO. So let's cast my Ragavan. At this point I can force of will. I will try to keep my Narset. Simply because it's a very good card. My opponent exiled PO. So they do have a repeal, which they can use on my Ragavan. And then I'll probably play a Dreador Arcanist. Yes. So one unknown card on my opponent's end. Rag events. I think I want the rag event to create a token. So I can play my Narset. Gonna probably give me a land, but what I really want is a token. The delta, okay. Purple. Black Faden. That a better draw? Probably it is. Or I could have started the Monastery Mentor. Is my opponent POing now? I guess my opponent was fishing for a PO, and he got a PO. Oh, okay. Okay, you got it, opponent. Well played, well played. We have the second PO. So now the opponent has 2 unknown cards in their hand, 1 unknown card in the hand. So I would like to have a land now, drop a Narset. And probably make my opponent draw and discard his hand. Yeah. Sure. I'm not activating Narset. I want to protect my Narset against that Hull Breacher. I definitely want some game 2 We bring in some artifact hate. Those hull breachers are nasty, so I might want to keep my paths. Drew a card and kept it, which is very interesting. Baden, of course. Saga. Okay, that's why my opponent kept the card. So I can dash a Ragavan, or I can play a Monastery Mentor. So I might also want to find something to deal with Urza Saga. So Dreadart, I don't really need it. I could do a Gush, Monastery Mentor, Gush, Ragavan. So they have a counter, right? Then I want to Gush in response, I think. So let's try playing this. Now, the Monastery Mentor. And then they will probably try to counter it. I can maybe Gush in response. Although... Okay. So now... One... Token here. Cards. Oh, of course. I cannot draw 2 cards. Well, I'll be able to cast Ragavan at least. Okay. Let's just get Narset going then. Oh. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. So... Prismatic ending for the Urza Saga is the way to go. Should have maybe activated it before. Oh, the Prismatic ending also doesn't hit Urza Saga. Okay, never mind. Just proves that Sensei's Divining Top is a hell of a card. Okay, Mox Ruby. Let's try see what we got at the top. Okay. I could do a pre-lane. Play a Tundra. Do a Preordain. Try. For a Pyroblast. Cannot draw a card. Oh. I can't believe that I'm doing this. This is the second time I'm hitting it. What do I want? Do I want one of these on top? I think so. One on bottom. Can't believe that I've messed this up. Well, if he has a counterspell now, so I won't feel as sad. The tokens with Urza are huge because of my bad playing, of course. So he will be able to do this. Okay. Fair enough. So I will not play. Attack. One monk and one Ragavan. See? Is my opponent willing to trade the Hull Breacher? Hydroblast. They do not. Sure. I'll make another token. Okay. So I will have a Pyroblast for the Hull Breacher next turn. I will. Let's see if I'm able to cast then Gitaxian Probe with the Dreador Arcanists, and therefore swing in for a little bit more damage. So if my opponent has a key, which is probably what they will get, they do not have some life gain. Fail to find. Or no, second top. Okay, I did not notice that. Okay. Okay, second top. attacking with that. So let's compute. I think I want to let that go in. Oh, it was my Narset he was attacking. Did not see that. Go. Time Twister. Okay, this was horrible. Oh my god. Ah, I have to pay more attention. Sure thing. Empty your hand now. I did not see this. I should have blocked with the monk. Yeah. Okay, is it Bullet Citadel? Of course, my opponent is not playing PO. They might be looking for a time walk now. Or, of course, the manifold key would be... They already attacked, so that's out of the question. I think this was an incredibly stupid play from my part. I'm deeply sorry for those who are watching now. But the correct play was to obviously block the construct. In my defense, I did think he was attacking me. Therefore, I would play with my life as a resource. So now we do have the time walk. Thinker, I guess. I think at this point I'll just concede. So, incredibly bad play from my part. Obviously, Shattering Spears are coming in. Pyro Blast and the Alpine Moons. I might want to get a dress down. So Prismatic Ending is not really useful. Is not hitting Urza Saga. Lavinia counters their Citadel. I have 8 cards to replace. So all this works. Swords is good for their... Actually only for the whole breach. No, the whole breach is part of their deck completely. So what I want to do is to land an Alpine Moon and get rid of the Urza Saga. So let's see. 1 Preordain. Even the days is an interesting. Expressive iteration. Okay. Oh, I took 61 cards special. Interesting. I think this card is fine. This is fine. Let's set stop on his keep. I will keep it. But 3 cards on their turn. So I have no way of casting Shattering Spree. Okay. Fight over this. So at least there were good cards to draw. We're down. Scry 2. Second Shattering Spree. Top. And then I want to filter the card away on their turn, at the end of their turn. So I'm completely unprotected now. Out. So they're representing a Hull Breacher. I wonder if I should just start going for it. Let's bait with the Monastery Mentor, and then we could, if they do activate their U Saga, might steal with Dark Faden. Full Breacher. Should we gush here? I think we gush. Find a counter. We have a counter at least for a wheel they might play. I must discard a card. The island. Okay. Monastery Mentor, okay. So this is a completely different list than, or not completely, it is a different list from what it is on MTG Goldfish. They did not have the secondary Monastery Mentor threat. Okay, so let's play Andra. Thanks, Hoss. Thanks for the following. I wonder if I could do things. Swords with a Flusterstorm backup. Probably a good idea. On his upkeep, I can Swords the Monastery Mentor. So the plan is on their upkeep, Swords on the Monastery with a Flusterstorm backup. Unfortunately, the Hull Breacher is now a secondary target. Nothing happening. Are they activating the Saga? Be nice with a second volcanic island. Something. So I think I have to fluster now. And I will fluster same targets. Same targets, same targets. So I don't know if they need a backup, but I certainly want to steal something from them. Shattering Spree. What is the play now? I have a Force of Negation up with Black Fade in. So I might just Shatter Spree the construct then. Now Blue Delta is perfect. Balance. Shattering Spree. Sure. Now the question is, do I want to hit the Mana Crypt, or the Ruby, or the Opal? I think the Opal. I wonder if the right play was just to steal the construct. Could have been. So the crypt might be putting a clock. Okay. I think I am the bit down now. Okay. Fetch. Okay. I'm being wheeled now. Bolas Citadel. Okay, interesting. So this is a card that I cannot let happen, unfortunately. Her life total. Oh, Time Walk is excellent. I can play the Shattering Spree next turn. Back. Mystic Sanctuary. Okay, let's go for game 3 now. Anything else I want to bring in? So I think Dread Arcanist is interesting, but dies to Hull Breacher. So that might be the card I want to take out. And then Lavinia. Yeah, Lavinia, as we said, stops Bolas Citadel. So I think that's what I want to keep. Prismatic Ending hits their constructs, but that's it. I think this is still the same deck. Excuse me. Okay. This is fine. So I can do turn 2 Alpine Moon with a Pyroblast. Backup. Then hope he's not on the wheels plan. So if I play the turn for white, then I don't have double red for Pyroblast. So I think the play is just first Volcanic Island, so I have Pyroblast up. Next turn I play the Tarn, play Alpine Moon. If I need to counter, I fetch. If not, I'll wait with fetching. Okay. Stops are the powerful magic card. It's amazing this was printed. Keep manipulating the top of my library like it's no one's business. So depending what hand is on, this Alpine Moon might be super critical or not important at all. So it looks like it's Hull Breacher time. So play the Tarn now, Alpine Moon, and just ensure myself against Hull Breacher, against Urza's Saga. So they are looking at the top cards of the library. Okay. Saga. Very good. Seems we still have all our counter spells. Okay. I am not playing Mentor now. I want to have some protection. I could play Mentor now with Pyroblast and Force of Will. My opponent has 4 cards in hand. I hope it's 3 years of Saga. Okay. Looks like it's in. My opponent hasn't drawn a card, just manipulated the top of the library. They are tinkering for something that I might not want to see. Okay, Fluster. Sure. Okay. If it's Citadel is worse than a Sphinx, isn't it? Yes, it's worse. Well, So they could, in theory, just combo up now. Okay. So Lavinia would be nice. Guess they are playing PO. Okay. Alright. Yeah, let's see if they combo off. Yomatsville, okay. So I have no idea what my opponent is playing. I guess Esper PO. A lot of Hull Breachers and Wheels. Seems like these decks are becoming a hybrid. Pio. Oh, now you have the monastery. Time walk. Okay. You got it. Okay. Here we go for round 4 of playing Jeskai Xerox. I am playing against Summer Troll, and according to my little helper bot, this person was in a very similar deck to my previous opponent. Seems like everyone is playing these decks at this time. So I have a mental misstep, a preordained to dig. I think this is a keep. I need to find red mana source, but I will be able to at least contest all of the early plays of my opponent. Lavinia. Okay. We'll take that. Hope I'll draw either a land or a force of will. I think I can't counter this. Oh, I hate Getaxian Probe. So now my opponent has perfect information, and I have 0 information. Okay, where's the Saga? Next Ruby. So this is a very bad draw. Let's try an Lavinia. Sure. Got it. Okay, this might be the Affinity deck. Now I got the Force of Will. Okay. So I'm pretty mana screwed at this point. Maybe I should have fired the Swords of Plowshares so my opponent earned 2 more life points. Try exiling. Draw cards, sure. Be great with the red mana source. Pearl. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Sure. Got it. Okay. Let's just go for game 2. Another artifact-based deck. So, Urza Saga, Pyroblast, Shattering Spree. All these are in. Dress down. Also, I'm going to take away the swords, I think. If I'm one-on-one on those constructs, I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna take away the prismatic ending as well. Put all these in. So 3 cards left. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. I think the dress down can be potentially a 2 for 0 in a way, because it replaces itself and gets rid of the constructs. Obviously, what I'm going to see in my opening hand is an Upline Moon. Stop there's Saga. They do have probably Thought Monitor. But Thought Monitor is pyroblastable. And then Shattering Sprees are nice. Yeah, unfortunately I didn't draw any of the lands that would allow me to pyroblast. Argue that the Flusterstorm, now that I see it, Flusterstorm might not be needed. I would like to see this. I have a Daze. So if I don't draw a land off the top, I'm pretty screwed. And this hand is even worse. This is a bit better. So what am I keeping? Tundra goes down. Probably the mental misstep. And I keep the Lotus. This has been horrible. I maybe that first hand was keepable. Okay. Dak Faden is a good hand. Is a good draw. So get a volcanic island. Then sacrifice this for red. Get blue. Play Dak Faden with Pyro Black up, and I steal the pearl. Emery. That's pyroblastable. So I think I just let it happen. Okay. Draw. Shattering Spree. And a Misty Rainforest. I want all of these cards. All of these cards. So I can drop the Shattering Spree. No, I can't. My best bet is just to try to Pyroblast Emery now. Prevent them from generating mana. So Alpine Moon is pretty good against... there's a Saga. I wonder if I don't need the Force of Will now. So I'll just drop these two. And play both Alpine Moon and Pyroblast. Yeah. Let's do it. See what's going on. Saga. So it seems that my opponent has no counters, so I'll just go straight on for Pyroblast. Looked like they had no counters. Yeah, okay. So I have an active decked Faden. And I have an Alpine Moon. So they do have one Urza Saga in the yard. The Sensei's Divine top protect itself, so I can't just Shattering Spree it. Okay, let's draw cards. Ooh. I do not need a dress down though at this point. So that's what's going away. Then I have a Preordain. Let's see what's going on. And a Lavinia. So Tinker is out. I wonder if I should just top, play with Lavinia. Now, if my opponent wants to counter it, okay. I'm also able to hit the Seat of the Synod. Number, okay. Fair enough. The Seat of the Synod. On. Storm, Dread or Arcanist. Then I want to keep the Arcanists. So I could have also stolen the land. No, I think that was the right call. Just Shattering Spree the land. If the Dread or the Arcanist sticks, I'm in a good shape, I think. So, be nice with the treasure cruise. Hope that it's gonna continue to be like this. So we put 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4 lands plus a ruby. It's not exactly a lot in the yard. I have a Mox Sapphire. Let's just play this. Cards. Set is a good draw. So mana crypt. Okay, there he has some mana. Thought monitor. So at this point, I think I need to start denying mana. But maybe I'll just jam the Narset first. Would have been the wrong play. Now he has a force of negation. Okay. It's not a bad. I want the Merchant's Call to dig for Ancestral. Max Ruby, Mystic. Good. Then we go and we just Shattering Spree. Mana Crypt. Can actually replicate it. Okay. Okay. So, which outs does my opponent have? Maybe more? Flusterstorm. Okay, sure. Sounds good. My opponent had Flusterstorm and Force of Negation up. I guess they drew a lot of cards. So they won the flip. Black Lotus, okay. Urza, ooh, interesting, okay. So steal the construct, Pyroblast Urza. Oh, nice. It's still the construct though. And steal the construct, Pyroblast Urza, attack Narset. At this point, I'll play them first. I want to Pyroblast the Urza. First of all, okay. That was unfortunate. Okay. But then he will be able to block. They exile. Thoughtcast. Okay. Fair enough. Merchant Scroll. Oh god. Again. Narset in play. Okay. I'm definitely not used to play these blue-based decks. Learn Academy. Okay. Top. Urza. Oh. Shattering Spree. Well. So. So. Able to cast my Shattering Spree. They're going at it. Oh god. This was bad. Okay, search already Seems we're going 1-3 so far. That ancestral play was very bad, huh? Yeah, sure. So no versus Saga. Let's see. They're able to win. Yeah, that was a good target. So I have exiled Mox Sapphire, Mox Ruby, Black Lotus. Side as artifacts to get my construct 4/4. They're able to spin the wheels again, aren't they? Oh, they got top up again. Our lantern was incredibly useful. Do I just wait now? Do I start attacking? Guess I can attack with my Thought Monitor, but they're able to recast Thought Monitor. So I'm definitely not attacking. Do they have another Thought Monitor? No. No. Means I'm not attacking with a Thought Monitor. No. Alright. Very good. It is your turn. I could have picked swords and negation. The swords, plowshares. I took out swords. Okay. What did I have that goes around? Drawing. Dig through time. So dig through time would allow me to go around Narset. Fantastic. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Boblo, Boblo. Okay. Anna, another Urza. Oh. This is actually another Urza. 7/7 construct, okay. Five. Time walk, okay. Very good. Got it. So as long as they don't or lose mana crypt twice in a row. Yes. One more. They get rid of here. This bubble. Right. Fine with that. What do I want? The Dread or Arcanist. I just block here with a construct. Let's hope to draw a removal spell for that Thought Monitor. Not sure I have any in. Trying. Deck Faden. Alright. So I'll get the construct, right? Or, oh, no, never mind. I get the Thought Monitor, and I attack with their Thought Monitor. Almost missed lethal. Okay. Okay. So I took away all my kill target creature spells, but the Shattering Spree hits. In between Shattering Spree and Pyroblast, I hit everything in the deck. I might want to cut down a Dreadhorde Arcanist. For an expressive iteration. I think this is still the deck. So, lands, mulligan. Okay. So this hand has, it's super interesting, right? Because if I draw a land, I'm kind of good. So it's a super risky hand. I have no idea what Fatu 10 is playing. That makes it very difficult to actually decide. So because if they are playing something You know what? I'm just gonna keep this and see where this takes. I do have a mental misstep. So now, if I draw a land, then I'm probably holding up Pyroblast. If I don't draw a land, I probably lost. Okay. So, I think there's something to be said about just jamming Ragavan here with first Ragavan. So let's put the Black Lotus. And then now I think first Ragavan with Pyro backup, right? I think that the Ragavan is my most important card. I could jam Narset, but it's gonna get countered or Pyroblasted. And Dread Harvest. Okay. Let's see where this takes us. So if I draw a land, that would be fantastically good. This point, I think. Okay. Prismatic Vista. Okay. It's an interesting start. Okay. I did draw a land. So I'm just gonna ponder here. And I drew a Force of Will. So I think I want that. Shuffle the library. Hope that Ragavan survives. Ponder again. So I think I'm gonna just get the Force of Will. One could give a reason for shuffling here, since I'm not drawing any lands. Not drawing lands. Ragavan will create a treasure now. I might need to Pyroblast. I wonder if I should just shuffle this. I think I'll just shuffle it. Shuffle library. Drew a Flusterstorm, which is a good draw now if I can create treasure. Then I either have Pyro with Force of Will backup or Force of Will Flusterstorm. kills now. Playing a lot of top decks. Since it's divided top decks. Another Dreadhorde Arcanist. It's probably gonna go to the bottom. Attack with these two, right? And preordain. Dreadhorde will start generating me some good card advantage now. I think I'm gonna keep the Brainstorm and bottom the Expressive Iteration. Trap on top so that I don't play anything good. It's okay. Not jamming Narset now. I want to have backup. Back Faden. It's an interesting card. I don't want to fire up my Brainstorm now, I think. I want to keep a Pyro and a Flusterstorm plus a Force of Will up. Last. And then I'm just that. So I should have a decent amount of counter spells here to fight through. Using some sort of combo deck, so I think the Flusterstorm is more useful than Force of Negation. I can always play the Pyroblasts with the Dreadhorde Arcanist. So game should be pretty much won. So he's doing Mystical Tutor. Sure. So they're playing a Tinker deck. So Pyroblast, Flusterstorm. They have Urza Saga, so 2 Alpine Moons. I'm not entirely sure what their Tinker targets are. Probably I want those Swords to Plowshares out. Prismatic Ending is only really hitting their Moxen, so I think I'm gonna take it out. Then we have Shattering Sprees, which I probably want 2 of, taking away Dread or Arcanist, because I expect some Graveyard Hate and Expressive Iteration. And one could think about taking out the Preordain for another Shattering Spree, but I think this is okay now. Yep. Let's jump. So I do not have a counter spell. I do have something to dig. I have a Pyroblast. So I can go turn 2 Lavinia so far. And against the slow deck. Otto begins the game with 7 cards in hand, so alright. So what do we have here? So I have a few options here, but I think a Time Walk is what I want to do right now. Then on my turn, play Lavinia. Letting me do this. Okay, sure. Hold Breacher. So looks like Breacher. There's a Saga. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. So I got a second volcanic island. It's probably what I want to do. Right, and then let's hope I find something to destroy artifacts. My opponent now can play a Force Negation at least. Treasure Cruise. So I'm gonna put top, top, top. Do not shuffle the library. Play a Flooded Strand. Fetch Tundra at this point. And I got the Alpine Moon. That's nice. Alpine Moon comes turn after. Or should I try just jamming the Alpine Moon? Opponent countered Time Walk, but not Lavinia. Alpine Moon is an enchantment, so Flusterstorm won't really hit it. So I think I'm gonna put the Mox Sapphire down. Alpine Moon up. I'm going to cast Alpine Moon and name Saga. Because my opponent can't really... Oh, they can play a hard cast Force of Negation. Of course. Sounds good. That is okay. I missed that point. Of course, that won't really be doing much more now. So I'll be able to delve my treasure cruise. I think I'm in a good spot. Yeah. So it's really fair. Probably not a good play. Five. No. Oh. So fire up Ancestral. My opponent can't really do Flusterstorm though. 2 spells. Oh, this was horrible. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably being too aggressive on my... So I have a Daze and a Mentalist Step. Probably was too aggressive on my counters. On my counters, no, on my spells. There. I think I would have slowed down a little bit more. Very tight play from my side. Burn a Kami is a very good draw. Murktide Regent. Okay. Sure. Okay, so Pyro, I wonder if it's Ragavan time. Probably is. Okay. King. Pioneer Showcase Prestige. I think this hand is keepable. I have 2 lands. I have a Preordained to dig through. I have a Mock Sapphire just in case I have something good from the top. I'm able to kill any 1-drops they put in. I have no permission. That's the only weakness. Able to find one with a Preordain. Okay. Saga pass. Okay, interesting. Okay, let's play this. So they played an Urza Saga first. Keep the Force Negation in there and try to jam the Ragavan. And if they counter the Ragavan, I can get it. Oh, I can't draw the... Can I undo? Okay, never mind. I won't get a Force Negation now. I have a Swords as backup for my Ragavan. Ooh, that's a lot of mana. And the Wasteland. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So we're playing Shops. And he's revoked Sapphire. No. Okay. Let's see what we're dealing with. Another Wasteland. Okay. Wasteland makes it difficult for me to do anything at all. So I have to jam the Polluted Delta now. Keep my Ragavan behind. And then... fetch an island in response to the U Saga. So... island. Sure. Back with a Revoker. Okay. That was probably a smart choice. I do have another Ragavan here. So... Fortunately, if I expose my Tarn, stolen. So I'm gonna play this Tarn. Play Dark Faden. Cannot play Dark Faden. Oh god, that was not a good play. Okay, move on. Okay, let's go for the sideboard. So, Shattering Sprees in, Pyroblasts out, Alpine Moon in, Mountain in, probably. I do like Dress Down. Flusterstorm is not interesting, so I'm still 2 up. Dread or Arcanist, do not like that here. One could say that Ragavans are not interesting either. Prismatic Ending or Swords. Maybe I want the Prismatic Ending. Ragavans. Or should I... Ragavans get blocked so fast. Also, so that I think this is the I'm keeping. Let's start. Then here I have turn 1 Dark Faden. And the swords then to get rid of nasty creatures that don't let me activate them. I think this is fine. Then I have a Merchant Scroll. I think this is okay. An Ancestral Recall here would be awesome. Shattering Spree, interesting. Okay, so I definitely want to keep that Shattering Spree. Probably I want to put down the... They put a Pithing Needle though. So probably my swords. And the Tundra. I have to get rid of the Merchant Scroll. Or should I just get out the Polluted Delta and then try to get something back? Yeah, I think the Polluted Delta then. No 1 mana cantrips. Still 2 artifacts now though. Sure. So can't replicate my Shattering Spree. I can play Tundra, Mock Sapphire, and do a Prismatic Ending on a Revoker, right? This. I think maybe I just drop the Tundra and the Merchant Scroll, unfortunately, and keep the Shattering Spree, because I'm able to hit artifacts. So he's probably not playing anything, but he will be dropping. I should just get rid of the Sphere of Resistance. So let me think. Yeah, I think I have to drop these two. Keep my Preordain. Just cast the Preordain. Have a Volcanic Island up. Yeah. That. I can do a Preordain and a Time Walk. Hope that I'll draw something good. Bottom. Bottom. Okay. Next try. Force of Will. Right, let's see. Jamming. Okay. So let me just play the moon because it's cool. Fortunately, I didn't draw anything useful. And let's go to the next. Now, and cast Ragavan. Okay. And then I'm pretty low on cards. Be useful if... Okay, my opponent double or is a Saga. Are they playing an artifact? No. Okay. Let's play a turn first. Back with the Ragavan, see what they have. Timeless Dragon. Okay. Sure, I'll jam that, right? I have no idea what my opponent is playing, but I'll take the bets. 5/5 flyer. We'll get some artifact now. I hope with some meaningful impact for their sake. I have Lavinian play. Makes it very difficult for them to cast spells. They can cast creatures at least. They can make a construct with a saga. If my opponent just kept a hand that was very weak to Lavinia. Sure seems to have a lot of cantrips. Okay, there you go. Will you create a token now? Snapcaster Mage. Okay. Fair enough. Sorry. Okay, what do we have here? I think at this point, treasure keys, hot. Wonder first, let's see. Ooh, oh, oof. Yeah. I'm sorry, man, but this is kinda nice. All right. Okay, let's begin sideboarding. So my opponent had a timeless dragon. I have no idea what that could be. Timeless dragon. Decks for Standstill. That's what comes up. All back. 3 timeless dragons. Yeah, I don't know. It's some sort of blue deck. Tinker. Esper, etc. So, blue deck. Where's the Saga? Was not heavy on artifacts, but Pithing Needles might be something I want to get rid of. Cutting ending deals with Pithing Needle. So those Shattering Spree. Well, if they play a dragon, I want to be able to kill it, right? And then do I want the Flusterstorm? Do I want to Dress Down? Do I want any more of the other ones? Let's try this. So I think I have a pretty good hand here. Days is my only protection, but as long as my opponent does not play. There's a Saga, okay. And okay. What will you hidden? Yeah. Okay. So I got a swords. That's kinda nice. Think a Ragavan now. Back up. Okay. My opponent plays Naked Urza Sagas, which is very interesting. Okay, I got a Tundra. I wonder if here I should just... So they might have a Snapcaster, so I think I'm just gonna drop the Tarn here. Attack. My Ragavan to connect. Standstill. Interesting. Standstill is very interesting. So, what should I do? Play a Standstill. Let's try. This is gonna be bad for me. I don't know if this is just bad for me. Do you have an Ancestral Recall? And I'll just wait until their turn and cast Ancestral. I think that's the best option. Brainstorm in response. So Flusterstorm. Flusterstorm is that. Okay. Ace. Nice. Right. Try to see what's Captain Planet is doing. Harry. Okay. I dig that. Alright. Your turn up by OP. I'm actually able to steal artifacts. Swords to plowshares. Yeah, okay. Okay. I need some lands, fast mana, whatever, to get that monastery mentor down. Okay, Mock Sapphire. A way to shuffle, fortunately. So this is a very hand. Okay. Need to draw cards now. I want him to get rid of my deck fade in. Against the strip mine deck. They do have a J. Yeah, this is difficult, huh? U Saga, sure. This deck is very much lost. This game. Andrew now. It's the wrong card. I want the volcanic island. Ah, I have one left in my deck. Still have 2 wastelands. Oh my god. Okay. I need a land. Okay, thank you. Fortunately, I have to expose my volcanic island, right? Okay. So I have no lands. Something producing mana. Do I have anything to kill artifacts? I do. So my opponent will be able to get rid of Teferi, which is not excellent. So, Mock Sapphire, Caracas, ouch, okay. It's looking dire over here. Battering spree. I'll have to fight over this with a merchant scroll, then hope to land a Dread Horror Arcanist by drawing a land. Hope my opponent has no more wastelands. So 3, my opponent already used. How many Urza Saga? 2 Urzas. 3 Urzas. So now I need an Alpine one first. Okay. Tricky situation here, huh? Won't be able to cast Monastery Mentor. Okay. So Mox Ruby off the top would be perfecto. Okay, yeah. I guess this is it. Alright, Captain Planet. I think I'm gonna bring a prismatic ending. I definitely need more shattering sprees actually, instead of prismatic ending. believe my opponent's gonna start fighting back the graveyard, so I'm gonna take this one out. Dress downs would be interesting, actually. Yeah, this is a keep, that's for sure. Get rid of their win condition. Mountain. So this leaves me extremely open now. So I hope this was the right play. Never know what the opponent. Selma upon moon. Okay. Force a negation. I'm gonna keep the preordained there, just in case I need to pitch to force a negation. To counter it like this. Unfortunately. Another Alpine moon. Interesting. Top. And top. I have a daze now. Scalding turn. That's for sure. Could use some action. Another wasteland. Okay. Eternalize the Timeless Dragon. Okay. I think I'll just daze here. I can't daze. Eternalize. Okay. Roll. Okay, land the high. High. So I have anything that can get rid of that? Okay, Dark Faden, Ragavan. So Ragavan then. But I need to shuffle. So how am I winning this? The Timeless Dragon's there. My sideboard has all my answers. I guess the only way is top, no shuffle, play panic. This. My other option is if I find actually okay. Ragavan is gonna come down with dash. Okay, I have nothing against this. Nothing against this. Okay. Alpine Man number 2? No. And think about getting rid of those dragons. This deck is actually quite nice, attacking a lot of axes. I do believe that that a faster deck, such as the 8-Waller deck, should be able to get under this deck. Cards. Flusterstorm targeting Ancestor Recall. I already played my Tundra, unfortunately. Okay. I guess this is game. Okay. Quick deck analysis. So I've had a 2-3 league that unfortunately got terminated earlier because my internet disconnected. And then I played another league offline, which went again 2-3. I felt the deck having a lot of problems answering shops, for example. And it was not fast enough to clock down combo and to protect against combo using counter spells, especially resilient combo that just draws a lot of cards like PO. We're not talking about protecting us against Doomsday. So I felt that the deck definitely had the possibility of winning several times. I'm not an expert in piloting these type of fair blue piles, therefore my sequencing might not have been optimal, so take that as a grain of salt. Off the sideboard, that mountain was actually relevant several times against shops. I might go up one Alpine Moon simply because there's overwhelming amount of Urzas going around. I'm not entirely sure there is enough Graveyard 8 in the deck as well, so if I had found Dredge, I would be struggling quite hard. And then, I mean, everyone else is playing U Saga. This deck is mana base is not consistent enough to play that. But I'm not completely convinced that playing Pyroblast is now the right meta call. So it might have been last week or 2 weeks ago, but the meta definitely has changed, and the meta is much better against this specific deck. Did have a couple of matches, for example, against that blue-red Murktide Regent, where Pyroblast is excellent. So just kills it outright. People are prepared to play against this deck. They know what to name and what to do. Yeah. So not my cup of tea. More powerful pilots might take this deck further, and they have taken this deck further. So from my side is definitely is not my favorite. Let's call it like that. Well, thanks a lot for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode. of the Tour Vintage series. Thank you.